It's time for one of the best entrances in all of college football. The last time Michigan was on this field, they put up 49 points in a win over Western Michigan. Greeting these players on the other side of the tunnel, over 100,000 Wolverine fans. The first time SMU will ever play before a crowd this large. Decades of college football tradition continued today with the Michigan runout. And the final non-conference game of the season about to get underway for the Michigan Wolverines as they take on SMU. Conference play beckons next week in Ann Arbor. Good afternoon, everybody. Alongside Matt Millen, I'm Kevin Kugler. Final non-conference game for Michigan. That also means, Matt, a final chance to tune up this offense before they dive into Big Ten play.
And they've taken a step from week 1 to week 2, and particularly see that in Shea Patterson, their quarterback. You see a guy who now is more in control of the offense, and he will continue to do that. He's getting more and more confident all the time because he's got some people he can use. Karan Higdon a week ago, 156 yards. Excellent job. They'll need to do that again this week, but it all comes down to the offensive line. They're not quite in sync yet. They need this game.
Welcome to today's contest.
They made big strides from week 1 to week 2. In our conversation with Jim Harbaugh yesterday, he said he expects to see that offensive line take another stride today. Of course, helping out that offense is this stellar Michigan defense.
Well, you got two defensive ends, Rashawn Gary on one side, Chase Winovich on the other side. These guys are as good as there is in this country. Rashawn Gary is a guy who can change the game. He's just an athletic freak. And Chase Winovich on the other side, 100%er, one of those guys who never quits, fun to watch. SMU will have a problem with these defensive ends.
And they'll have a problem with this Michigan defense, a very deep defense, and that depth will be on display here today. Welcoming in the third member of our crew, Rick Pizzo, for more on Michigan's quarterback, Shea Patterson.
Kevin, Shea Patterson is the kind of player whose teammates simply gravitate toward. That statement from assistant head coach Pep Hamilton. I wanted to understand what Pep meant. So I watched Patterson throughout warm-ups, pregame. He is not a rah-rah vocal leader. He is a lead-by-example guy, and yet teammates still flock to him. And by trying to fit into this Michigan offense instead of forcing Michigan to fit to him, Patterson already has what every quarterback needs to be successful, and that is complete command of this Michigan huddle.
Well, and we'll see that command here today with Shea Patterson and this Michigan offense. It's an offense that's had its fits and starts, as you might imagine, for Jim Harbaugh with a new quarterback at the helm, but he is very confident in what Shea Patterson has done and where Shea Patterson is going to go as he gets more and more familiar in this system.
You know, Kev, there's an old saying in all of football. It's you get better the most between week 1 and week 2 as a team collectively, but also individually. And I saw that step a week ago with Shea Patterson.
Ambry Thomas, a little bit of do everything for this youngster. We'll see him a lot on defense, offense, and now in kick return. Ready to get it started in Ann Arbor. SMU won the toss, electing to defer. Thomas, 1 yard deep, will stay on one knee and out to the 25-yard line for the touchback the Michigan offense. And it's an offense that has, as we mentioned, shown some fits and starts in the first 2 games of the season. But one thing we've seen from Shea Patterson is perhaps the development again of the big play capability in the pass game. As Shea Patterson comes onto the field already this season, for Shea Patterson, 2 passing plays of 40 yards or more for Patterson. Michigan had just 5 all of last year. Patterson has been a big play guy early. Can he continue that with Chris Evans getting the nod at running back today? And Evans on first down up the middle to the 31, a pickup of 6. Brings up a 2nd and 4. Mikhail Onu on the stop for SMU, who's missing one of their better players in the secondary, junior Patrick Nelson, the grad transfer from Illinois, out today. Collins and Peoples-Jones to the top of the screen for Michigan on 2nd down. Here's Evans out of the backfield. Nice move, and Evans stopped 1 yard shy of the first by Robert Hayes.
Kevin, this game will be dictated by how well this Michigan offensive line plays. I thought they played better a week ago than they did in the opener. They're still collectively not there yet. Individually, very good talent, but they've got to play better as a unit.
Ben Mason in at fullback on 3rd and 1. Evans the running back. He'll get the carry, and Evans is stopped behind the line. Trevor Denbo got into the backfield and threw Chris Evans for a loss of 2, and Michigan goes 3 and out.
That's just all numbers right there. Nice job by SMU. They just loaded the box. Denbo did a nice job of just avoiding whatever blockers were there, but it was just a matter of they had 4 blockers on the offense and 5 defenders, and he's the man.
So Will Hart on to punt to James Prochet. Prochet, tough one to field. Circles back all the way to the 14-yard line. Good coverage downfield by Michigan. Nowhere for him to go as Jordan Glasgow is there to make the stop. If you're looking for the Illinois, South Florida, or Minnesota Miami University games, go to btn.com/gamefinder right now to see where you can find the game in your area. Out to work comes quarterback Ben Hicks, coming off of a season last year in which he was among the nation's leaders in passing yards and passing touchdowns. 33 a year ago, tied for 9th in all of FBS football. And on first down, quick toss. The catch is made, and a first down as Judah Bell, the freshman out of Tyler, Texas, to the 29-yard line. Josh Metellus on the stop.
Michigan loves to go man-to-man. They like to put pressure and gain the extra guy in the box. And so SMU is going to spread them out a little bit, actually puts more pressure on that offensive line.
Little end-around action here. West looking for a block, got one from his quarterback, and there's a first down. Just a little shoulder from Ben Hicks as he sidled in to get the block and open up a lane for West.
Yeah, it does exactly what he needs to do. So Sonny Dykes is a good play call. He's the head coach of SMU. He's one of those guys who understands if you get an aggressive defense like Michigan and they start to flow hard, use it against them.
Tempo big for SMU as that's stopped after a gain of 2. Rhett Lashley is the offensive coordinator, and he's a Gus Malzahn disciple. So you've got the combination of Sonny Dykes and a little bit of Gus Malzahn in this offense. You're going to see a lot of this. Not much huddle and a lot of tempo.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of misdirections. So you want that defense to start one way, and you're going to beat them to the punch coming back the other way.
On second down, there's that misdirection that Matt talked about. A little too tall, intended for Xavier Jones. Devin Bush on the pressure. Let's take a look at today's Auto Owners Insurance Impact players, and with that Michigan defense, I know you love those rush ends.
Yeah, I love the defensive ends. And Braden West is a guy, if you give him any room, he'll be able to take advantage of it, as will Xavier Jones. Good running backs. But Rashawn Gary and Winovich, they are at another level.
On 3rd and 8, Pass is deflected by Winovich, and it's incomplete. His ears were burning, Matt.
Yeah,
and he comes up, makes a play.
You know, when you watch Chase Winovich, you see a guy who goes 100% all the time. He gives you everything, whether it's a screen, whether it's a pass rush, whether it's the run game, whatever. Very aware player, as you see right there. There's a couple of defensive ends we watched down at Ohio State a week ago that are very talented. This group matches them.
Jamie Sackville to punt. Donovan Peoples-Jones is back deep. We saw him last year with a punt return for a touchdown against Air Force. Fair catch here at the 15 will bring the Michigan offense back to the field. 11 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Scoreless early on a warm day in Ann Arbor.
Welcome back to Michigan Stadium. No score with 11.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Michigan's about to start its second offensive drive, and for the second consecutive drive, Karan Higdon remains on the sidelines. Chris Evans at running back. During warm-ups, Higdon was not a full participant, continuously stretching out a lower body. There is no official injury report from the team, but Karan Higdon, for now, remains on the sidelines.
156 yards last week on the sidelines. Thank you, Rick Pizzo. As we start this second Michigan possession from the 15, Patterson hit as he throws off play action, and the pressure coming from the secondary and Rodney Clemens as we check out today's Auto Owners Insurance Impact players on this side of the ball.
Well, when you take a look at Chris Evans, he's going to have to be the guy who's going to get behind that offensive line, and he has. Ambry Thomas, though, is a guy who can make big plays on both sides of the ball. Whenever he's in on offense, you're going to see big speed. Wyatt's a guy very, very active, as is Moore. They're very aggressive. They'll blitz them often. They have to play well against this Michigan offense.
2nd and 10 at the 15. Patterson off the play fake again. Good protection. Patterson throws on the run, almost intercepted, and then it's caught for a first down. Deflected off Denbo into the hands of Oliver Martin, and Martin gets the first to the 34.
That's why Trevor Denbo's not a wide receiver. He had an opportunity to make a big play right there. Instead, he tipped it up in the air, and a fortuitous bounce, and Michigan has a first down.
5th catch of the year for Martin. We're talking with Pep Hamilton yesterday. He said, he's coming. I said, give me one guy who's on his feet before I even stopped my sentence. Yeah. He said, Oliver Martin, that kid's coming. As Chris Evans gets a yard to the 35, 2nd and 9.
This SMU defense, they're on the smaller side, so they like to use a lot of movement, but they're very aggressive, especially the second level. By that I mean the linebackers. That group, they will, as soon as they see movement, they will attack anything. So I would expect to see a little bit more play action versus those linebackers.
Terrence Newman now in the middle of that defensive line for SMU. Motion across from Peoples-Jones. Patterson over the middle to Evans. Closing quickly is Richard Moore, and the transfer from Texas A&M with a stop at the 39.
Yeah, I like Moore. I like his game. Not a real big guy, but really aggressive and believes his eyes, believes what he sees, and he's very definitive with his reads.
You know, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, SMU as a program has never played before 100,000 fans as they are today. However, Richard Moore has played in some big venues. LSU, Auburn, Vanderbilt. He started in all those games for Texas A&M. 3rd down and 5 from the 39. 3-man rush. Patterson able to get away. Going to run, but he's not going to get the first down. Shane Haley with the tackle. And this SMU defense stepping up early.
So, Kevin, you say a 3-man rush, that means they dropped 8. And so when you have 8 men in coverage, the zones shrink a lot. And you've got to be able to really find an open guy and get it to him right away. Watch the coverage down the field. You're going to see 8 men. So everything is, you have to be, they're tight. And the windows are small, so the ball has to be accurate.
Timeout. Southern Methodist. There's a first charge. Will be a full media. Timeout.
We'll take the timeout with them in a scoreless first. Football on BTN is brought to you by Discover Card, the official credit card of the Big Ten Conference. Warm and sunny in Ann Arbor. Temperatures well above 80 degrees. And that's up here in the booth. Down on the field, quite a bit warmer. Scoreless, 9:07 remaining in this first quarter. Matt Millen, you got to give a little credit to SMU's defense to start. Two good series for that defense.
Yeah, good job in their zone drops, and also a nice job up front with that defensive line, just getting good movement.
Hart on to punt. Prochet back deep for SMU. Prochet ranging to the 11. Prochet, a little leap up the sideline across the 25, and a flag comes in at the end of the play as Prochet got bumped out of bounds. Our referee today is Larry Smith. 50-yard punt, the 15-yard return, and we'll wait and see about the flag.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds by the kicking team. 15-yard penalty, first down. Media, timeout.
That's Glasgow with the hit.
No media timeout.
So 8:57 remaining in the first, and add 15 to the end of that return. Good field position for SMU.
Yeah, what you really have to watch there is, did he start his motion of tackling? And he did. So they're going to throw that every time.
From the 42 on first down, West trying to find some room up the middle, maybe a yard. Not much there against the interior of that Michigan defensive line. Carlo Kemp on the field. Gets in there on the stop.
Yeah, you'll hear Carlo Kemp's name. You'll hear Devin Bush's name a lot. It's just it's a talented group of guys. We already talked about Winovich and Sean Gary on the other side. Now they come with a 3-down look, and they're going to bring a double-A gap blitz.
And new quarterback William Brown is going to run, showing the wheels, and Brown's got a first down. It's a new look for SMU when Brown comes in to run, and the freshman gets the first.
Yeah, and they came with that. The double-A gap is right on both sides of the center. They came up inside, and it got blocked very well. He was able to take advantage of it.
True freshman out of Rosenberg, Texas, is going to keep. Winovich held his ground, and Winovich makes a good play at the Michigan 46. Just a 1-yard gain for William Brown.
Yeah, that's all discipline right there. Chase Winovich, you know, they'll play him on both sides as they will with Sean Gary. He'll play left end, he'll play right end. Most of the time, he's a right defensive end. His first couple steps are really good. Now they're switching. Now you can see Gary on the other side.
And now Hicks back in at quarterback on second down. And the give is to Jones, and Jones going nowhere. There's Winovich again. What a start for Winovich.
All this is just beat your block. Beat your block and have discipline. So his gap is what it is, and he's holding just good gap sound defense.
Working against right tackle Larry Hughes, the grad transfer from Kansas,
who had a monster win today against Rutgers.
Motion on third down from the tight end Ryan Becker. Pressure up the middle. Hicks in trouble. Able to spin away. And Hicks able to throw it away. Rashawn Gary isn't going to let too many of those get by, but Hicks just slipped out of his grasp.
Well, this is just the athleticism of Rashawn Gary. And then the difference between a great play and a good play would have been making the sack. Sean Gary just is hard worker, smart football player, 6'5", 285 pounds, runs like a little guy. He's impressive.
Peoples-Jones at the 15-yard line. Big hit and out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Eric Sutton providing the contact and the tackle after the 33-yard punt. No score, 6:45 left first quarter. Families affected by Hurricane Florence urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross provide meals and shelter to these families. Donate today by going to redcross.org or text Florence to 90999 to give $10 to American Red Cross Hurricane Relief. Ambry Thomas on the field for the first time.
He's out there for a reason, Kevin. Whenever they put him on the field, they're looking for a play from him.
There he goes in motion on the jet sweep. Thomas got a block to the edge. He's got great speed. Turns the corner and just nudged out of bounds by Rodney Clemens. Matt, if Rodney Clemens doesn't get him, we're still talking about Thomas running down that sideline.
He has exceptional speed, and he can outrun angles. And so that's important when you're a defender, and you know that. You've got to take a great angle. You can't get too high. You just got to be on. That kid can just flat out go.
Jim Harbaugh told us yesterday, we're going to amp it up with him. He can run routes. He can do more than just jet sweep. 1st and 10 at the 26. Here's Evans on the carry. Nice move. Tripped up at the ankles by Jordan Wyatt at the 32.
Yeah, we got a Mustang down, which is not good. They don't have a lot of depth. You know, just as they came up here with a lot of guys who they were counting on or who didn't make the bell. A bunch of guys were hurt, banged up. So they don't have a lot of depth down there at SMU.
Well, and that's Mikhail Onu, who was in the lineup because Patrick Nelson's not playing. So you're really starting to run thin in the secondary at that safety spot. SMU starting the season 0-2. Lost to North Texas and to TCU. Right in the middle of the screen there behind as he got popped in the back. So Elijah McQueen and Rodney Clemens now the safeties for SMU. 2nd and 3 at the 33. Evans looking for running room up the middle, stopped short of the first down. Richard Moore filling that hole and makes the stop. Third and 1. Evans again. Big hole, and Evans with a first down.
He backdoored it. He was supposed to follow on Wenyu on the pull. And the linebacker, remember I talked about how aggressive they are? The linebacker flows really fast right away. And that creates a void on the backside. You have to have some patience in there. You can't just run around like a crazy man. You have to read your keys because the offense is doing the exact same thing. You go too fast, they'll use it against you.
Ambry Thomas back out there in the huddle. True Wilson, who had 54 yards last week, a career high in at running back for the first time. Still no Karan Higdon. And Shea Patterson will take timeout with a play clock at 2. 4:40 remaining in this first quarter.
Timeout. Michigan.
Still scoreless
It is
in
the
Ann
first
Arbor.
charge. It will be a full media. Timeout.
In here.
4:40 remaining in the first. SMU and Michigan scoreless at Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor. Kevin Kugler, Matt Millen, and Rick Pizzo with our BTN crew. And speaking of BTN, you can stay connected with BTN across every platform and get access to exclusive video content. Like, follow, share BTN. Karan Higdon didn't look very good in the warm-ups, according to Rick Pizzo, and we've not seen him yet at running back. We'll see if he gets any snaps at all today. Patterson with good protection, floats it high, and a good grab by Gentry, and Zach Gentry all the way down to the 25-yard line. Rodney Clemens on the stop. Patterson put plenty of air under that, and Gentry went up and got it.
And here's the reason why, Kev. I want you to look at this protection. It is excellent. He's got a lot of time. Nice job of picking up the blitz. Nobody in his face whatsoever. Gentry down the field, and I don't know. He should thank the 30-yard line because it tripped up that defender.
Michigan on the move late first quarter. Evans, the running back, got a block. And Evans down at the 16-yard line. Good block on the edge from Donovan Peoples-Jones to clear out that side, Matt, give him room to run.
That's a nice tackle there by Sutton. That's one-on-one in the open field. Held his ground, did a good job of getting that tackle. And then Evans did a nice job of running with his eyes. Everything on the inside was taken, so he bounced it outside. Here you are, one-on-one. You got to make it.
On 2nd and 1, Evans nowhere to go. Again, it's Richard Moore just barreling through the right side of the line.
See, what they're doing is this is a run blitz, Kevin. So they're calling a blitz, and everybody is attacking their gaps. I want to show you what SMU does. It's pretty simple. And so when you break down an offense, you are responsible for a gap. And so when you call that blitz, that read blitz, you just attack your gap. You're anticipating a run.
3rd down and 2 at the SMU 17. Here's Evans. And Evans not going to get there. Short of the 1st down, Richard Moore again with a form tackle. And now 4th and short, Matt. What do you do if you're Jim Harbaugh?
And I'm playing against SMU, and I'm Michigan. Now, to me, it's like, if you're saying what we are Michigan. We're physical, we're big, we're bad. I'm going to crush them.
Fourth down, 1/2 yard for the 1st.
Got to protect the edges.
Evans with the carry, and Evans has the 1st down.
They had a chance for hitting the backfield. He went over the top of him. Jordan Wyatt, number 23, the corner, he came in working off a block, but Evans does a nice job. Nice job of showing some runner's patience, let things develop, and then get what's there.
True Wilson back in at running back. Evans 10 carries, 33 yards. Now Wilson the carry. And Wilson runs into the arms of Dimmer Gary. Kyron Mitchell there to help him out.
Gary did a nice job. He's one guy who has some decent size in that front. He's 6'3", 285, 290 pounds, right around in there. Worked off the block well that time and came in and got in on the tackle.
11th play of this drive coming up. Evans has had 7 carries on the drive. Wilson out there right now. On 2nd and 8. Nothing doing this time for Wilson. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 8. Jordan Wyatt again with the stop. You had him as one of your impact players. He's made an impact early.
Yeah, see, he's a guy who's not afraid to stick his nose in there. And they're blitzing, not blitzing, they're stunting a lot on the top side. They're doing a good job. This SMU defense is doing a good job of protecting their edge on the corners. And then they're just being aggressive on the inside, bringing extra guys. Play action should take care of that.
Peoples-Jones and Collins to the bottom of the screen. 3rd down and 8. Pressure picked up. Patterson directed some traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mikhail Onu right back from injury, and he picks it at the 2. Did he stay in bounds? No, it's incomplete.
His chest hit first.
It was an incomplete interception. 4th down.
So a nice job of him coming back to the ball. But watch his chest hits first before anything else. Right there.
Sean McCune, the intended receiver, and Onu jumped right in front of him. They're going to look at this.
McCune did a poor job of coming back to the ball.
Of an incomplete catch is under further review.
So they're going to look at this to see if Onu did indeed stay in. Now, did he establish himself in bounds with the catch before falling?
There's a catch. And there's 1 foot in bounds right there. He was in bounds. 1 foot did come down. And he held, and he has control of the ball all the way through. I didn't see that foot the first time, right there.
Yep.
And
May
got
have
his other toe down.
the other toe too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pick.
Well, good news is we don't have to always decide these things for ourselves, because we have Dean Blandino watching along with us in Los Angeles as our rules expert. And Dean Blandino, you've had a chance now to look at a couple of different angles of this play. Mikhail Onu, it was ruled incomplete on the field. Is this going to be overturned? What have you seen from this one?
Yeah, this is going to be overturned. You guys are all over it. I think what the covering official saw is the defender land out of bounds with his upper body.
Yeah.
But as you can see, he actually got both feet down inbounds with control, maintained control. This is an interception, should be overturned.
Here's the ruling.
After review, the ruling on the field is reversed. He had possession and a foot down. It'll be 1st and 10, SMU at the 2-yard line.
So the interception for Patterson, his 2nd of the year, as Mikhail Onu steps in front of Sean McCune to get the pick.
Yeah, excellent job of coming back as that DB. But McCune, you can't stop. You've got to come back to the ball. And at the very worst, you become a defender, because you can't give up that pick down there.
So now Michigan's defense is thinking a safety here. Kamen Freeman in at running back.
Come out with a tight end to protect that right tackle.
Hicks off play action, quick slant and some breathing room to James Prochet down at the 15, a pickup of 13 and a 1st down.
Nicely done by Hicks. So he sees the tight man coverage. He sees them crowding the line of scrimmage. He knows he can get position on that corner, on the slot corner. Really well done.
And that is the end of the first quarter.
Of the first quarter.
On an odd day in some respects in college football, SMU making it a little odd early in Ann Arbor. See, I guess we've got a turnover crown on the and a turnover goblet too.
And a king.
The king of turnovers.
The king, yeah. The heck, why not? He won't wear it the whole time. He can't. No, don't walk around with that thing on your head.
Drinks from the goblet. He sits on the throne after the interception.
I'll let that one alone.
From the 15, 1st down. You show amazing restraint.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
A little flip on the sweep to Prochet, trying to get the edge. He's not going to get there. Great movement by Brandon Watson going side to side. Jim Harbaugh told us yesterday he had his best game since he's been here last week against Western.
Yeah, and he's taking a knee right now. No, Watson ended up getting credit for the tackle. The guy who made the play was Chase Winovich. Winovich extended the corner. He had nowhere to go. He had to keep on kicking out, and then Watson was able to make the tackle. Winovich is having a heck of a game.
They've got something in his eye. Yeah, something in his left eye. I don't know if he got a finger or a little piece of that field turf came up, the rubber that's in the field turf, maybe. So David Long in now, back in at corner. 2nd and 10 for SMU. Off play action, they try to set up the jailbreak screen and nowhere to go. Tyree Kennel on the tackle. There's the poke. That sent Brandon Watson to the bench for a short time.
3rd and long. You're going to have to protect your right tackle. They're going to spread it out, which means the running back, now here he comes. Running back's going to that side to protect. Rashawn Gary's lined up on him.
Quarterback change with Brown in there, and Brown trying to use his wheels, and he'll go nowhere. Brian Monet with the tackle. And the change up at quarterback doesn't change the fortune for SMU as the punt team comes on.
Monet does a nice job of staying home, but trust me, SMU is acutely aware of these defensive ends. They know they have to use 2 people to block Rashawn Gary, regardless of where he's lining up. And now Winovich has been giving him problems as well.
Dwumfor in there as well on that stop, as Peoples-Jones will call for a fair catch and make it at the 43-yard line. Good field position for Michigan. Got down inside the red zone last time and turned it over. We'll see what they do next. Coming up on BTN, the triple header wraps up with 3 big games under the lights as Purdue hosts Missouri. Iowa clashes with Northern Iowa, and Northwestern collides with Akron. The action continues tonight at 7:30 Eastern, presented by John Deere right here on BTN and the Fox Sports app. Go to btn.com/gamefinder right now to see where you can find the game in your area. Michigan's best starting field position of the afternoon, their own 43-yard line. Chris Evans still in at running back. We have not seen Karan Higdon on the field outside of warm-ups today. Evans on first down, weaving forward to the 47 as we check in with Rick Vizo.
And Kevin, Michigan's offensive line is not being given a pass just because Karan Higdon is not in this game. During the last SMU offensive drive, I overheard a couple of offensive linemen talking about how quickly and how hard SMU's linebackers crash down on nearly every single play. Offensive line coach Ed Warner said that's exactly what we expect. We still have to run the football against it.
Well, we saw that when we were watching SMU over the first 2 games of the season, Matt. Those linebackers crash frequently and at full speed. 2nd and 6, pressure coming. Patterson in trouble, able to get away, and Patterson going to make something out of nothing. Shea Patterson avoided a huge loss and ends up picking up a pair.
So in addition to the linebackers being aggressive, what they're also doing is they're taking that defensive line and they're moving them. And so they'll slant inside or they'll slant outside, whatever they're doing. In that particular instance, they got through and it set up this 3rd down. Shea Patterson, like you said, avoided a big loss.
And Toby Ndukwe came right over Michael Owenu and right into the backfield. 3rd and 4 at the 49. Grant Perry in motion. Pressure up the middle again. Patterson hit as he throws. It's caught by his tight end, Zach Gentry.
Nice
and a first
throw.
Down to the 25.
Really nice throw by Patterson. Put the only spot it could get for Gentry. Gentry got on top because the coverage wasn't too bad. He stays underneath, and to make that ball go over the top, and the ball was exactly where it needed to be. Really well done. Nice throw.
Jim Harbaugh's first quarterback recruit at Michigan, Zach Gentry's had 2 big catches from his tight end spot. From the 27, Patterson on play action to the sideline. There's Perry, and Perry to the 15 picks up 12.
I expected Michigan to run the football and then work play action off because of the aggressiveness of the second level, those linebackers. And now here we'll start to see that.
Second time today, Michigan's marched into the red zone. Last time they were in the red zone, the interception thrown at the 2-yard line. True Wilson got the edge, and Wilson tripped up at the 8-yard line. Rodney Clemens may have saved a touchdown.
So remember I told you about them taking advantage of, they're trying to be aggressive. Watch these backers going to come. Backers are they're going to come downhill fast. This time they did not do a good job of supporting the edge. That safety has to get up there, but he was just crushed. And they were able to get out there.
Fullback gets the carry. Mason barrels just shy of the 5. It'll bring up 3rd and short. Dimrick Gary on the tackle as we slide under 10 minutes remaining in this first half of the Big House.
Gary's playing pretty good in there. Yeah, he's acquitted himself very well. He's been very physical. He has good movement. They've struggled a little bit with blocking him inside.
3rd and 1. Mason again, first down.
Pure power. Denver Gary took Bradenton and pushed him backwards, but they just powered. I think Ruiz had himself a really nice block. The center 51 just came with pure power over the top.
And then Ben Mason did the rest. He was Michigan's toughest player last season. That was the award they gave him at the end of the year. I didn't make that designation.
I don't know how you measure that, but
I don't either.
Sounds good.
I never won one of those. 1st and goal at the 3. Fumbled snap, and Patterson covers it up at the 5. Michigan nearly turns it over for the 2nd time in the red zone.
It's just not a sink, Kevin. This Michigan offense is it's not firing on all cylinders. They kind of sputter. They'll get something going, and then you'll drop the ball, or you'll throw a pick, or you'll, something like that. It's just they're not there yet.
Second and goal at the 5. Evans, the running back. Play action. Patterson on the roll. Patterson going to run, and Patterson stops short of the goal line.
Good coverage on the back end. Well done back there. Rodney Clemens did a nice job of sticking with his coverage after he was looking. Tell you what, this is stingy defense. Good for them.
Well, 28 points scored against SMU this year have come against units other than the defensive unit of SMU. Punt return, kickoff return. Defensive coordinator Kevin Kane, talking with him the other day, said, look, no excuses, but our defense has been pretty good.
See how aggressive they are here.
3rd and goal at the 2. Evans fighting for the goal line, trying to back his way in, and he's short. He stopped inside the 1, and it's 4th down.
Ruling on the field, the runner short of the goal line. 4th down.
When he turns, when his back turns right there, he loses his power. Now he's going to fall, and he's rear end hits. Ball did not cross. Good call by the officials.
Jim Harbaugh has already said go for it. 4th down inside the 1. And a timeout taken by SMU.
Timeout, Southern Methodist. It's their 2nd charge. 30 seconds in length.
Remember the great Don Meredith went to SMU, and he used to say that it stood for Southern Meredith University.
They changed the name after he left.
He was a dandy. Dandy Don.
This SMU squad has been battling, but Michigan knocking on the door. What do you expect to see here from Jim Harbaugh's offense on 4th and short?
Well, the last time we saw, look, we're Michigan, we're just going to power you, and it didn't happen. And so it wouldn't surprise me if you did that here. And it also wouldn't surprise me if they faked it and got Shea Patterson on the edge, because his feet are pretty good.
So for Michigan's offense trying to punch it in, they were down in the red zone last time, threw an interception at the 2, went 3 and out on the first possession, 5 plays, 23 yards, and a punt on the second. The interception ended the 12-play, 73-yard drive. And this march now at 4th and 1 inside the 1.
Timeout, Southern Methodist. This is a 3rd and final charge timeout. This will be a full media
taken
timeout
by SMU. This one will step aside before the 4th and goal snap for Michigan. Michigan fans a little surprised with the way this one has started. 7:02 remaining in the first half, no score. 4th and 1 inside the 1 for the Wolverines.
Yeah, I don't think that's the adjective that I would use. I'd say they're disappointed. This has not been a very, they were expected to blow this team out and overpower them, and that's not happened.
They'll try to do it here on 4th and goal. The 11th play of the drive on the heels of the 12-play drive that ended on the interception.
linebackers need to get a little deeper. You don't crowd yourself in this situation.
The fullback into the end zone. Ben Mason, touchdown. Well, a lift for Michigan and for the sophomore Ben Mason, who's able to plow in for 6 to get the Wolverines on the board.
There's a mistake there made by the SMU linebackers. You can't get too close to the line of scrimmage. You have nowhere to go when the defensive line comes back to you. You need to stay as deep as the running backs.
Ben Mason with the touchdown. First touchdown of the season. Jim Harbaugh liking that his offense is on the board. All right, let's test your knowledge with today's Aflac game trivia. Who are the only 2 Michigan head coaches to win 10 or more games in their first 2 seasons? The answer is coming up. So don't use your search engines or anything. Just test your knowledge. Touchback for SMU out to the 25-yard line. So Michigan's offense gets on the board. Now Michigan's defense, Matt Millen, with a chance to make a statement, get the ball back for their offense before halftime.
Yeah, well, Michigan defense has been doing its job, but they've only given up 50 yards so far. I mean, so it's not like that hasn't been the issue. The issue is that offense has just been inconsistent. They're still not where they need to be.
Blitz coming, picked up, and throws incomplete. Really good coverage from Lavert Hill. Tyler Page couldn't breathe.
Just nice tight man coverage. Got his hand on top of his back, but not a big deal.
Second and 10. Trying to bounce. Jones gets the corner. Jones with a first down. Lavert Hill chased him to the sideline. A little stiff arm at the end of the run for Xavier Jones as he picks up 15.
May have had a slant on there. Chase Winovich came down hard inside. Let's see. Yeah. So he comes across the face, which means he has to have another guy to fill his void. Didn't happen.
They're happy to get Jones back. He's been banged up, but he had over 1,000 yards a year ago as he works up the middle and picks up a couple to the 41.
Xavier Jones is a talented guy. I mean, he runs with good runner's patience. He has good power when he has to. Doesn't have great speed, but he has enough speed to be able to get to the edge. He's a pretty good player.
Now, between Braden West and Xavier Jones, Rhett Lashley, the offensive coordinator, might have the best tandem of running backs in the AAC. West last year had 568 yards. Jones over 1,000. Second and 8. Quick toss. Good grab and a first down for Judah Bell to midfield. Brad Hawkins had decent coverage, but Judah Bell just plucked it out of the air.
That's because it was a great throw. I mean, the ball is exactly where it needed to be. Hicks, I'll tell you, when you give Hicks some time, he can thread the needle. He's very accurate. He's got good numbers. He just needs some time.
Off play action. Pressure coming late. Wide open on the sideline at the 20. Inside the 10. And Prochet in for the touchdown. A 50-yard toss from Hicks to Prochet. And SMU is on the board.
Did I mention that Hicks is accurate? This is what happened. So now you give him a little bit of time. Now that coverage was messed up. You can't have somebody open like that. Somebody dropped coverage. But Hicks saw it right away and put the ball exactly where it needed to be.
And Ben Hicks, what a place to set your school record for career touchdown passes. The big house in Ann Arbor, as Will Moore comes on to try to tie the game, and he does with 5:16 remaining in the first half. Ben Hicks to the air for 6.
Yeah, let's take a look. Okay. Oh, so he just messed it up. They stacked him. They were still in man-to-man, and they blew the coverage.
And Ben Hicks thrilled that they did. His team even on the road. Second touchdown catch of the year for James Prochet. This one from 50 yards out. Ben Hicks with the school record 55th career touchdown pass. And SMU even with 19th ranked Michigan in the big house.
All it takes is a little hesitation, and you got 6 quick.
And they try a little squib. The onside fielded, and now Michigan with good field position at the 40-yard line. Let's go back to the touchdown, Matt.
Okay, I want to show you something. See, they do this for a reason. They stack those guys so both those corners can't get their hands on them. And then you have to be aggressively patient. The lead corner on the top, he has to get his hands on him, and then you're reading that the second guy is making the read. So what happens, he gets on him and he slips right there, and he sees him inside open, so he turns his hips and realizes, oh, I got to get back out. And by then, that little bit of hesitation, it kills you because the safety can't get there in time.
First down and 10 at the 40-yard line for Michigan. Evans bouncing outside, and Evans zigzags his way for 6 as we go down to Rick Pizzo.
Matt is right. There was complete confusion on that SMU touchdown. Don Brown saw Devin Bush come off the field, asked what happened. Bush didn't have an answer. He asked Long and Kendall the same question, what happened? Neither of those guys had an answer, so Brown finally looked at Greg Madison and said, what happened? Madison shrugged, looked up at the scoreboard as if to say, busted coverage, they scored a touchdown. That's what happened.
On second down, Nico Collins on the outside, and Collins just short of the first down. Jordan Williams on the tackle.
You're out there all by yourself, and so you have to be decisive, Kevin, but you have to be patient because you have to let it develop first. He thought, to me, it looked like he thought, uh-oh, when his buddy slipped, it's going to be a quick open to the inside, and by that time it was too late.
On 3rd and 1, Evans tripped up in the backfield. Penetration from Kyron Mitchell. Mitchell got him on the ankles, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, nicely done by Mitchell. Did a good job from the backside. You're going to watch him. Number 11, so he just comes right. Oh, that's really good. He attacked that thing and squeezed through. Really well done.
And Michigan's offense stays on the field. They're 2 for 2 today on 4th down. Play clock at 12 as they come to the line. 4th and 1. Here's Evans. Evans to the middle. I don't think he got it.
No. Watch the official's feet. It has to be to the 50.
The near side officials at the 50. The far side is not. Rodney Clemens in there to provide the contact. Did he get the first down?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. He gave him the left foot instead of the right foot.
Boy, oh boy.
That was good defense. I mean, that was tough defense. Oh, great job of attacking stuff. As of there, to me, he didn't. Now, he kept on going. That the second wave is probably what pushed him to it.
And we've got a whistle and a flag thrown on the sideline, a challenge. Or no, a flag has been thrown on the coach.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Head coach, SMU. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. This is the first toward disqualification.
So Sonny Dykes.
We've gotten so sensitive anymore. Can't even yell at an official.
It's a 15-yard penalty, so he's going to get his money's worth now. That's a big one, too. First penalty on SMU, and it moves Michigan to the 35. Ambry Thomas back in for Michigan on offense.
For a reason.
They faked it to Thomas. Good protection. Patterson over the middle. He's got Peoples-Jones, and Peoples-Jones dives for 6.
Eubanks did a nice job of clearing that area. See, and then at the end, he gets himself a good block, but the whole thing, they know Thomas is in there. Once he motions, that shifts the defense.
Michigan takes advantage of the penalty. One play after Donovan Peoples-Jones, his second touchdown of the year.
He comes from the other side. You can see him right here in the middle of your screen. He's running a crossing route. It was cleared by the tight end. Did a really nice job to allow him to get in the end zone.
And now let's take a look at this message from ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire and the official hiring partner of the Big Ten Conference.
Hiring was always a huge challenge. Endless hours on job sites with not a lot to show for it. Then I found ZipRecruiter. They figured out hiring. I post my job. They put it all over the web, and they send me the right people because their technology is smart. ZipRecruiter often sends me the right person in 24 hours.
The smartest way to hire. ZipRecruiter, the preferred job site of college sports fans. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/gametime.
Big answer by Michigan, marching down, getting the 35-yard touchdown pass from Patterson to Peoples-Jones. And now SMU. No timeouts left, a knee taken and out to the 25. Next Saturday, BTN Tailgate returns as Dave Revson, Jerry DiNardo, Howard Griffith, Spice Adams, and Michelle McMahon are on campus in Iowa City to set the stage for the huge West Division showdown between the Hawkeyes and Badgers. BTN Tailgate, presented by Geico, returns next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on BTN. On first down, nothing doing Winovich again. Tried to go up the middle, and as he's been all day long, Winovich right there, Matt.
Good discipline. Good discipline of schemes. Good football play right there. He plays hard all the time. It's fun to watch. You'll be watching him in a theater near you next year on a Sunday.
I thought you were saying he was going into the movies.
Nah. It'll look like a movie. He moves so fast.
Back in at quarterback is William Brown now. Crashing in. Great anticipation. Kalik Hudson into the backfield as he got the snap.
Yeah, some people call that offsides. Not everybody. Some call it great anticipation.
Offside. Defense number 7. 5-yard penalty remains, second down.
Yeah, he tried to time it, and he just missed it.
Boy, he was close.
He was close.
So now 3rd and 5, or rather 2nd and 5 after the penalty. Pressure coming, Hicks in trouble. Hicks is sacked. Carlo Kemp with his first sack of the year.
Well done, because it was wide open in the middle of the field,
Timeout,
Kevin.
Michigan. The second charge.
Michigan timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second break.
We can help you plan for it.
Michigan 14, SMU 7, 1:22 remaining in the first half at Michigan Stadium. Kevin Kugler, Matt Millen, Rick Pizzo. BTN crew on hand as Michigan wraps up the non-conference slate Tight ball game in this first half as SMU stares at a 3rd down and 11. Hicks with a little bit of time. Great catch at the 45 by James Prochet.
Great throw. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's between 2 defenders, Kevin. Safety sitting on top, or come from cutting underneath, and a corner on him, and the ball can only be thrown in one spot. That is a great throw, and you're right, a phenomenal catch.
From the 44-yard line of Michigan. Under a minute to go, SMU out of timeouts. 4-man rush, pressure coming. Hicks in trouble, and it's Winovich who got there first again. Yeah. Monet finished him off. Winovich, the first Wolverine to get into the backfield.
They just beat him with speed. Just great effort.
SMU trying to hurry it up. Here's 2nd and 17 from the 49. 33 seconds remaining in the half. Winovich providing pressure again. Prochet trying to adjust, and there's a flag. The coverage from Josh Metellus. And SMU will march into Michigan territory.
Michigan loves that tight man coverage. Metellus, I thought that was pretty good coverage. I didn't see how.
Pass interference. Defense number 14. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
He must have grabbed them previous to that. I couldn't see it there at the end.
If you're thinking field goal, Kevin Robledo has 1 attempt this year. He's good from 49. So they're right in the neighborhood for the junior Kevin Robledo. From the 36 with Prochet in motion on first down. No timeouts for SMU. Michigan bringing extra. Hicks throws, intercepted by Metellus. Metellus to the 40, and room on the sideline. Metellus to the 30, got a block. Metellus cuts. Metellus at the 10. He's going to go in for the touchdown. Yards to end the half, and what a turn in this game. The extra point from Quinn Nordine, and SMU was thinking of cutting the lead down from 7. Instead, they go into the locker room down 14. 73-yard interception return for a score to end the half at the Big House.
Yeah, Metellus he got a great jump on that thing, but I want to see Hicks's eyes. And it looked to me like he eyeballed it the whole way. And so when that happens, the corner is in a great position, especially that time because it's long yardage. He's looking to play from the off position, not up real tight. It does a nice job of the return.
A BTN standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Look at this from way up top. Even on this way up top replay, Matt, he's going to score a touchdown here. And this crowd loves every minute of it in the Big House. Boy, what a way to end the half. The first career touchdown for Josh Metellus, who takes it 73 yards, turning this game around. SMU was driving for, at the worst, a field goal try, and instead they go down 2 touchdowns at the break. SMU will receive the second half kickoff, but they go in having been punched in the gut as Metellus gets across the goal line and celebrates to close the half.
Well, I think Michigan knows how to end a half, huh?
You think?
They do today.
SMU and Michigan here as we begin our halftime on BTN. Karan Higdon not playing. And SMU, big play here. James Crochet, 50 yards, we're tied at 7. Later in the second quarter, Shea Patterson looking for Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's got 3 last names. That's a 35-yard touchdown. And in the closing seconds of the half, this is Josh Metellus on defense, right? It looks like it's going to be a 7-point game at the break. Makes a nice cut, has the ball, and then we're watching that clock. You're just going, oh boy, you better finish this.
They won't give him another. You won't get another down if time turns out.
No, sir.
That's unfair.
Just as time expires, Michigan takes the 21-7 lead. And with that, we welcome you inside our BTN studios in Chicago. Howard Griffith, Jerry DiNardo, and Mike Hall. You know, it would be a bigger score, a bigger lead for Michigan if there wasn't that pick thrown by Shea Patterson right on the end zone. But outside of that, how's the quarterback looked?
He's 8 for 10, 130-something yards. He had the 1 pick and the 1 touchdown. Let me show you 3 plays. The first play is he has pressure in his face. This is maybe the best play of the game, I think, because he completes a pass. Even though they cut someone loose in the middle, right there, he doesn't have much strength on the ball, but you can't in that situation. And they've been having trouble protecting him. Last week and this week, moving him's a good idea. Never put the quarterback in the same position down after down to throw the ball. They'll catch up with you on defense. And here's the touchdown. I think we showed this in the highlight. Really nice, really well done. So they've done a good job moving him around the pocket, Howard, and they really need to. Because even last week against Western Michigan and today early in the game, they had trouble protecting him.
And you would think they'd be able to create some more yardage on the ground. Right now, only 73 yards rushing, so that's a little bit of an issue. But I think you have to really like the way they finished the game, coming up with the interception for 6, because earlier in the half, they turned the guy loose, miscommunication with the corner and safety, guy runs it in for a touchdown.
And they've been very average in 3rd and short and 4th and short, and that's another indication that your offensive line is really not getting any push, something they really have to get better at.
Trying to avoid their first home loss since 2014 against Utah. They are on their way to making sure that stat stays true. Wisconsin ranked in the top 10, taking on BYU. You never know.
Football on BTN is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance, trusted for generations. Visit AutoOwners.com. A little more to cheer about if you're one of the folks in blue. A 21-7 advantage at halftime here at the Big House. Alongside Matt Millen, I'm Kevin Kugler. SMU going in for a perhaps tying score, at least a field goal late in that first half. And then a pick 6 turns the entire tenor of this game around.
Yeah, well, the 21-7 is a little deceiving because it has not been that kind of a game. It's been a lot closer. SMU has grudgingly given up scores. They got their 4th down, and they punched one in from the 3-inch line, whatever it was. And then they came back with a nice throw. This was actually very well done and very well executed. But then coming back to the end, Kevin, on the drive, like you were talking about, looked like they were at least going to get SMU was going to at least get a field goal try. But what ended up happening was Hicks eyeballed that thing. He did an outstanding job of taking it back, 73 yards for the score.
Yeah, really good run back. If he's tripped up at any point in this run back after about the 30-yard line, the half is over without a score. Exactly. But he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Our quarterback comparison, both quarterbacks have had some good moments. Ben Hicks, 7 of 12, his touchdown, a 50-yarder. He has 113 yards. Shea Patterson, 8 of 10. He hit 7 of his last 8. The only incompletion down the stretch was the interception. Otherwise, Shea Patterson has done a fine job in leading this Michigan team as well. Both quarterbacks doing some good things. Good ball game at the Big House through one half, but Michigan on the back of an interception return for a touchdown takes the 2-touchdown lead out to the field as we get set to start the second.
The target? A prideful cloth stretched taut by wooden poles. Some prefer one hand, others two. Whatever you choose, don't miss out on adding your thread to a half-century-old tapestry of tradition.
It's one of the best entrances in all of college football. Not quite the drama coming out for the start of the second half as Michigan makes their way down the tunnel. They'll be on defense first as SMU will receive the kick. Rick Pizzo had a chance to catch up with the head man of the Wolverines, Jim Harbaugh.
Kevin, Jim Harbaugh just confirmed that Karan Higdon will not play in this football game. Higdon told the staff just before kickoff he tried during warmups, but didn't feel able to put enough pressure on that lower body injury. Harbaugh also told me he was both impressed and surprised by how physical SMU was on both sides of the football at the line of scrimmage. He said a couple of new players, especially on the O-line, taking extra snaps, has given SMU more of a physical edge than he expected.
Interesting stuff. Good candor from Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, one of the things that they're doing, they knew they had to do, is going to have to help their right tackle, and they've done that. They've done that all game long. But the left tackle, and Chase Winovich has been over there for the majority of the time. They've left him one-on-one, and Chase has had himself a pretty darn good game here.
See how SMU responds to that punch in the gut at the end of the first half.
They were starting to move the ball with a little bit of confidence there.
Crochet, 3 yards deep, will take the knee. And out to the 25 come the Mustangs. Now this second half was where things fell apart last week for SMU against TCU.
TCU not as talented a defensive front as this Michigan front.
It looks like William Brown is going to come out to start the second half at quarterback. We've seen Brown on and off in this first half, but he'll start the second half in the gun. To the air on first down, and the sidearm pass dropped by Brandon Benson. Brandon Watson on the coverage, and it's second down.
This kid's just a freshman. He's got nice size, 6'4", like 225, has a really nice arm and release, Kevin. He sees things pretty darn well. And actually, when they're manned up like this, it's a little bit easier to read for a young quarterback.
On 2nd and 10, 4-man pressure, throws into coverage, and that one incomplete.
Oh, Devin Bush read that thing perfectly.
And Devin Bush is still down.
Well, Brown eyeballed it right from the start, so he took the snap and looked immediately, and Devin Bush just turned and took off for the inside receiver, which is exactly what he did. You're going to watch Devin Bush. He sees the eyes of the quarterback. You're going to see him right down here. And so he makes up his mind immediately.
Second team All-American a year ago, Devin Bush.
Really, really good speed. Believes what he sees. A lot of times when I say that, people, I don't know if they understand, but things happen in front of you, and a lot of guys can't decipher it quick enough to make a decision. He sees it. He believes his eyes because he's practiced it enough, and he's a very good reader, so he's immediate with his movement.
While they tend to Devin Bush, will step aside from Ann Arbor. Devin Bush looks to be okay on that Michigan sideline. One more look at the collision he had going after the ball with Judah Bell. Slow to get up, but he popped up and made his way to the sideline. Hope to see him out there soon. 3rd down and 10 at the 25 for SMU. Four-man pressure. Brown in trouble. Brown going to tuck it, try to get to the edge, and he's pounded.
Oh, man.
No gain on the play. Tyree Kennel coming flying over to drill William Brown.
Kevin, we should watch Chase Winovich again. From the inside out, he ran like a maniac. I mean, he started off, instead of playing him at the end, they played him on the inside. Now watch him disengage and just get on his horse. That's outstanding. It's great defense by Winovich.
And a flag thrown before the punt.
illegal formation, 12 on the defense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
So 4th and 5 now as Sackville gets ready to punt it away to Donovan Peoples-Jones. From the 27. Peoples-Jones looking for the edge. And Peoples-Jones down with a flag down as well at the 33-yard line. Richard Moore on the tackle. Or rather, Ryan Becker on the tackle. .43-yard punt, a 6-yard return.
There are fouls by both teams on the play. During the return, holding, receiving team, number 16. That 10-yard penalty will be assessed. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2 of the kicking team. 15-yard penalty, 1st down. This is number 2's first unsportsmanlike conduct that leads towards disqualification.
All right, let's check out the answer to the Aflac trivia question. Who are the only 2 Michigan head coaches to win 10 or more games in their first 2 seasons? Did you have the answer? The answer, Jim Harbaugh and Fielding Yost.
No, I wouldn't have got that.
You wouldn't have gotten that?
No.
You guessed Harbaugh. But you missed Fielding Yost. So 50%, I mean, if it's baseball, you're doing great. See the record the first 2 years. Jim Harbaugh 20-6 in his first 2. Fielding Yost can't get much better than 22-0. From the 38 on 1st down, Shea Patterson with Chris Evans back in there at running back. And Evans, the 1st down carry. Twists out to the 43, a 5-yard pickup. Elijah McQueen with the tackle.
This is where I would expect this Michigan offensive line to start asserting themselves. You've played one half, you're bigger, you're heavier, you're more physical. SMU has been countering with a lot of movement up front.
Second down and 5. Evans in the hole, dropped.
There's more movement. So they came with another stunt on the right side of the defensive front. So they looped around and then they brought a linebacker. And so they're giving them lots of movement to counter the size of Michigan. It sets up this 3rd down. They've had a sack early in the game, but then they really, without movement, they have not been able to get to Shea Patterson.
3rd down and 5 at the 43. Pressure up the middle again. Patterson in trouble. Patterson able to find his tight end, Gentry, and Gentry's got the 1st down. The feet of Patterson buying time, and Gentry did the rest.
Because they came with a delayed blitz with the linebacker inside. He did a really nice job. I think that was Moore. Yeah, so he delays that thing and forces him out of the pocket. Now, this is really subtle right there. There's the difference in the 1st down. Gentry just with that little bit of inside movement.
3rd catch for Gentry, 67 yards. First down from the 46. Pocket holds, nobody open. Patterson on the run, a lot of room. Flag is down as Patterson weaves his way to the 25 and out of bounds. A 21-yard run, but the flag in looked like a hold. True Wilson had a hold of Richard Moore.
During the run, holding. Offense, number 13. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 1st down.
Yep, True Wilson called for the hold.
You're going to watch here, number 13. Where the heck is he? There he is, right in the middle, right in the middle. That's not so much a hold as much as it is a takedown. That guy there, he knew it right away.
Yep. On first down play action for Patterson. Over the middle to Wilson and back into SMU territory at the 45. Pickup of 11. Troy Johnson and Jenny Dell continue their quest for the best food around the Big Ten, and this Tuesday they'll show you more of their favorite international dishes. Catch an all-new Campus Eats Tuesday at 10 Eastern right here on BTN. Freshman Ronnie Bell on the field at wide receiver now for Michigan. 2nd and 9 at the 45. Wilson, a little lane, and he saw it quickly, Matt. Got to the 38-yard line. Noah Westerfield on the tackle.
Nice job of running with his eyes. You see it, you got to be quick and be decisive. Make your break. He's done just that. Set them with this 3rd and short. Big down here for SMU. See if they can get off the field on this 3rd down.
Perry, Martin, and Bell to the bottom of the screen. Wilson on 3rd down, and he's got the first. Starting to get a little more push now up front.
Well, Kev, if SMU doesn't run some kind of a stunt, either a slant or a loop or something, they don't get any penetration. So they just play them straight up. That's what you see, you know, the physicality of that Michigan offensive line.
Evans back in now at running back. New set of downs for Patterson. Patterson wide open. Gentry again. 1st and goal. Zach Gentry said this week, I think I'm getting close to being a complete tight end. He looks it today.
Yeah, you can see him right here, number 83. And so what they're playing a zone. So all he has to do is get on top of that linebacker. The safety's in the middle of the field. There's a long way to go. Good read by Shea Patterson.
1st and goal at the 7. To the air again to Peoples-Jones. The catch, the touchdown. What a play by Donovan Peoples-Jones.
He was thrown open, Kev. Peoples-Jones did a great job of turning around to get that ball, but it was thrown the only place it could be. And that was the back shoulder. Watch this. Good body part awareness. Oh, exceptional. Really well done.
Got the feet in. Robert Hayes still down on the sideline after this terrific grab by Peoples-Jones. Terrific shot, too, by our camera crew down there. As Donovan Peoples-Jones into the end zone. Second touchdown catch today for Peoples-Jones, 3rd of the year. Robert Hayes still being tended to.
It was good coverage by Hayes. I mean, Peoples-Jones did an excellent job of coming backside, and the ball was thrown the only place it could be, to the backside of him.
Matt, there's been about 6 minutes of game action since it was 14-7 and SMU was driving in the waning seconds of that first half. Down just 14-7. The game has completely turned.
Changed. Yep, it really has.
And Michigan now firmly in control. Patterson 4 for 4 on the drive, including the touchdown pass to Peoples-Jones. Hayes will be helped off, and that secondary gets thinner and thinner for SMU. 28-7. Michigan with the lead. Donovan Peoples-Jones pleasing his head coach with 2 touchdowns in the ball game, including this one. Great grab, both feet, 6 points. Michigan in control at home as Peoples-Jones has found a home in the end zone.
Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
28-7 Michigan on the back of 2 Donovan Peoples-Jones touchdowns. Winding our way through this third quarter. Peoples-Jones helping out this Michigan wide receiver core. 5 touchdowns now this season for Michigan wide receivers, all in the last 2 weeks. 3 all of last season. First time in 2 years Michigan's had a wide receiver with multiple touchdown catches in one game. Prochet in trouble, and Prochet tripped up at the 24-yard line. Good tackle made by Joe Hewlett. Here's today's All-State Mayhem moment, and the mayhem at the end of the first half. The pass interference on Josh Metellus, but then redemption for Metellus, Matt.
Yeah, he eyeballed it the whole way. Played off, read the quarterback, and then got him back. 73 yards and 6 points. And actually, Kevin, a great job of running, because if he's tackled anywhere at the end of that play, there's no score.
So Josh Metellus doing okay. There's an injured Michigan Wolverine, and Matt, it's Chase Winovich down on the field after that return.
Who's had himself a terrific game here today.
May not be Winovich. We had a mention that it was Winovich. Doesn't look like Winovich. I don't see the blonde hair flowing out of the helmet. So while they tend to that, for now, unknown Michigan player will step aside. Jacob West headed to the locker room after he was injured during the kickoff return. They looked at it to see if there was targeting, and there is no targeting call against Freeman. That was Kamen Freeman out there with the block. They were looking for targeting. They saw none. So 1st and 10 at the 13, and William Brown back in at quarterback. And a carry for West of a yard to the 14-yard line. Devin Bush back out there for Michigan, but still no Ben Hicks. After the interception that ended the half, Ben Hicks has not returned to the field at quarterback for SMU. On 2nd and 9, Brown trying to keep, and Brown going nowhere. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Devin Bush back in the mix, as Kevin mentioned before. That first play of this SMU drive, it was a shoulder tweak. He came over to the sidelines. They forced him to push extra pressure down on one of the trainers and gave him the okay. Over on the SMU sidelines, I walked past Ben Hicks, has his helmet on, joking, seems in fine spirits. No official injury report from SMU. Perhaps a message being sent after Hicks made the one mistake the team could not afford late in the first half.
Certainly seems as if now Sonny Dykes is going with freshman William Brown. Not been able to get much done here. Brown, a little sidearm flip, and that's a first down.
Wow, that was nice. He flicked that thing. He read it the whole way, though. I mean, he's eyeballing him, but he waited till he cleared, and then bang, that ball came out quick.
On 1st down, nothing doing. Right into Carlo Kemp's arms.
Carlo Kemp has secured the middle of that interior. They're just playing him straight up against that SMU offensive line, and he's handled it very, very well in there today. A lot of times they just go as 3 down people like they're doing right now.
West emptying it out. 2nd down, pressure coming. They set up the screen to West, looking for a block. He got none. Rashawn Gary with the tackle at the 26, just a 2-yard gain on the play. Furbush providing the heat on the quarterback, William Brown.
Yeah, Noah Furbush is a very versatile player. Rashawn Gary is a very athletic player. He's a guy they both run exceptionally well. They both play very smart football. They don't make mistakes. Guys you can count on. I expect we won't be seeing Rashawn Gary next year.
On 3rd down, pressure coming. Trying the sideline, and a flag is thrown. Tyree Kennel working against James Prochet.
Let's see if they don't give the uncatchable sign, hand over the head. Because I don't know what he was going to do with that ball if he was open.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Yeah, he had the interference before up front, and they're going to make that call every time.
So move it out to the 41. 7 penalties for 75 yards against Michigan. And Brown on the keep. Brown hit hard as he gets out to the 46-yard line by Khaleke Hudson. A little forearm shiver.
Nice. Like to see that. Good physical football.
8-5 though, and it's 2nd down. This play stopping before it starts here.
Prior to the snap, we got a buzz from replay. The previous play is under further review.
The buzz from replay means they're checking targeting. Targeting is no player shall target and initiate contact against an opponent with the crown of the helmet. So they're looking at Khaleke Hudson here. Was there targeting?
He didn't go in with the crown of his helmet. He tried to turn his body sideways. See this right at the end? He tries to turn it.
Yeah, but that helmet-to-helmet contact is going to get looked at every time. Right there.
Kevin, there's parts of the game that you can't avoid. I mean, it looks to me like he could have led with his head and really drilled him. Instead, he came in and he kind of turned sideways, and his helmet's still there. That's because it covers his head. His head's in the middle of his body. You can't move it. I was on the competition committee for a few years in the NFL, and a lot of the times, yeah, he got the side of it. But a lot of times, I would listen to these people talk about how they want to change the rules, and I was like,
after review, it's been determined that we have a personal foul targeting defense number 7. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Number 7 is disqualified for the remainder of the contest.
Well, and one change that has occurred as far as the definition of the crown of the helmet is it is not just the very top of the helmet anymore. They've expanded the crown to wrap basically around the head, almost around the temples. Dean Blandino is our rules official out in Los Angeles. And Dean, as Khaleke Hudson leaves the field, he won't play in the first half next week against Nebraska. It comes down to that crown being bigger than it used to be, right?
That's exactly it. They redefined what the crown of the helmet is last year. And it's any part of the helmet that's above the face mask, and it goes 360 degrees around the head. So even though he did get a lot of side contact, technically it's still the crown. It's a close call, but that's what they were looking for. Did he lead with the head, and did he make forcible contact with the crown of the helmet, which it looks like he did.
All right, Dean, thanks so much, Dean Blandino.
I hate that rule. Dean and I were in those meetings for a lot of times, and yeah, I would kind of be the voice that would disagree most of the time.
So with that second half ejection, the disqualification means that Khaleke Hudson will be out the first half next week of the Nebraska game. 2nd and 8 at the 37. And down to the 36 goes Xavier Jones.
Michigan has given up less than 170 yards of total offense here defensively. So they're playing an excellent game.
Prochet in motion on 3rd down. Prochet on the receiving end, turns upfield, has the 1st down. Brown delivered it on time, and Prochet did the rest.
I like what I'm seeing out of Brown. Brown has nice confidence. He's got very good feet as a runner, but when he finds his receiver, that ball comes out really quick. It's a nice delivery.
From the 28, 1st down, nice bounce out by Jones. Little step through as well, and he's down to the 21. 7-yard gain for Xavier Jones. Glasgow on the cover, on the stop, and all of a sudden SMU on the move.
Nicely done by Brown there. Also got himself a nice little block that allowed him to pick up even more yards. Sets up the 2nd and short.
Brown gives to Jones, who gets nothing. Brian Monet was right there.
He's played a pretty good game today, Monet.
Don Brown was really proud of him, talking about him with us yesterday. He said, look, he made it a point. He was going to get himself better, get in better shape. He said this was all driven by him. He lost a lot of weight. He'd really been working hard, and he was really proud of his senior defensive tackle. 12th play of this SMU drive. And nothing doing Winovich again. Jones could not break free. Chase Winovich has had a whale of a game today.
I was expecting Brown to pull that one and get on the edge because Winovich committed pretty quick. Sets up this 4th and relatively short. See what they do.
Offense stays on the field on 4th and 4, down 28-7. Brown on the roll, backside pressure coming, throws to the sideline, catch is made, and out of bounds. Prochet with a 1st down.
Prochet's had himself an excellent day here today. A lot of short underneath stuff, but he's the only guy who's really been getting open. It's a nice route, well done, comes back to the ball and gets a foot down before he gets out.
8th catch of the day for Prochet. And there's an injured Wolverine. Looks like Tyree Kennel is down. After the 8th catch for Prochet for 121 yards here in Michigan. It's not bad work.
This SMU team is no quitting them. They've been fighting the whole time. They're down 28-7. This could have gone a different way before the half. They've come back here in the 2nd half, and they're playing hard.
William Brown engineering this drive, the true freshman who had an offer from Indiana as well after his senior season. Decided to stay in Texas with SMU of Lamar Consolidated High School. You can see what Sonny Dykes likes about William Brown.
Yeah, he's a big kid, too. He's 6'4", 225. Has really good feet, sees the field pretty well. His ball, he has a really nice delivery.
1st down and 10 at the 15. He's 4 for 4 is William Brown on this drive. And a flag's going to be thrown as he tried to float it up to Judah Bell. Coverage from Lavert Hill. And the flag dropped immediately as the ball went into the air.
Yeah, this will go against Hill. But Winovich.
Pass interference. Defense, number 24. Spinal foul, automatic 1st down.
Gets his hands on him, which you should do immediately. Now you don't have to anymore. Get your hands back off him. Use the sideline as an extra defender, which he was trying to do. Tell you what, this Brown kid's pretty darn good.
Play clock is at 2, and a timeout's going to be utilized. SMU having to burn one of its 3 timeouts. A little confusion on the play. We'll step aside. First and goal for SMU when we return.
Timeout.
Coming up on BTN, the triple-header wraps up with 3 big games under the lights as Purdue hosts Missouri. Iowa clashes with Northern Iowa.
Reset the game clock.
And Northwestern collides with Akron. The action continues tonight at 7:30 Eastern, presented by John Deere right here on BTN and the Fox Sports app. Go to btn.com/gamefinder right now to see where you can find the game in your area. First and goal at the 8. Trying to get to the outside. Jones sheds a tackle. Jones to the 5, and Jones nudged out at the 1. Brandon Watson able to chase him down after Rashawn Gary missed a chance.
Yeah, and Prochet was doing a good job on Watson the whole time, but Watson was able to disengage and force that thing. Second and goal.
A drive that's taken over 7 minutes for SMU. Brown floating it for Prochet, leaping up, he makes the catch. Did he get a foot in? Still no signal yet. Prochet waiting, incomplete.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
What an effort by Prochet with coverage from Lavert Hill.
That was great. That was a great catch. There's the catch. Let's see if it foot's down. Oh yeah, boy. I think yes, sirree, bump. I think that foot may have been dragging when he made the catch. There's the catch. There's the drag.
Boy, that's close. And they're going to buzz down. They're going to take another look at that one.
The ruling on the field of an incomplete pass is under further review.
Prochet has had himself a phenomenal game, whether that's a catch or not. He has had himself a really good game. Against tight coverage, good plays, he has acquitted himself exceptionally.
The only question I have is, did it slip through his hands initially and then he re-secured it against his helmet? Dean Blandino is here to take a look at it for us as well. Dean, what do you see on this one?
Yeah, that's exactly the issue. When you're looking at these plays, you have to establish firm control first. The left foot does drag, but does he have control of it at that point? It doesn't look like he sticks the catch, controls it right away. And by the time he gains firm control, I think that foot is off the ground. This is so close. I think they have to let this stand.
All right, Dean Blandino
I used to
in Los
like
Angeles.
Dean. Yeah.
now you've turned on him, or he's turned on you. Either way, it's a tremendous effort by Prochet and a wonderful catch. But is it actually a catch?
The ruling in replay doesn't take away from the effort. The effort's there.
All right, Dean, thanks so much.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Incomplete pass.
And it has to do, it looks like, with that little slip through the hands initially.
Good call by Dino.
So now 3rd and goal at the 2.
I should really say good call by the back judge. He was right on top of him.
A roll out, the toss, the touchdown. Ryan Becker with the score.
There's a flag, but it's going to go against Michigan. This will count.
Offside. Defense, number 14. Fields decline. Result of the play. Touchdown.
Boy, SMU, what an impressive drive. Yes, they were helped by penalties on that drive, but William Brown able to navigate down the field against one of the best defenses in college football.
Yeah, and he's throwing some darts. He kind of looked like Haskins from Ohio State to me. The ball comes out the same way. I mean, it is, man, it comes out on a line.
Will Moore on for the extra point, and Moore misses it wide to the right. So it stays a 15-point game after the 16-play, 87-yard touchdown drive. SMU back within 2 scores, 1:36 remaining in the third after that 16-play, 87-yard touchdown drive. 7 minutes, 31 seconds taken off the clock by the Mustangs. And now the onside kick, and it's covered up. Nicely done on the coverage as it bounced right into the lap of Josh Ross. Weeknights, BTN's insiders bring you the latest news from around the conference, discuss college football's major storylines, and tell you what to watch for in the nation's most important matchups. Big Ten football and beyond, weeknights right here on BTN. Discussion going on with our officials right now before this first down play for Michigan.
The legal procedure on the kicking team. Someone other than a kicker kicked the ball, and the kicker was more than 5 yards from the place of the kick. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, someone other than the kicker kicks the ball.
That's Trevor Denbo.
Yeah.
So that's a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty.
And Michigan with excellent field position at the SMU 41. Shea Patterson off target looking for Nico Collins. Richard Moore with some pressure.
Oh, we got a Mustang down.
That's Jordan Wyatt. Boy, he's played well today. All right there, pulled something for sure. You see Jordan Wyatt as he's being tended to on the turf. Jordan Wyatt wears number 23 every year at SMU. Someone is chosen to wear 23 in honor of Jerry Levias, who was the first African-American to receive an athletic scholarship in the Southwest Conference.
He was phenomenal.
He was. They did an entire documentary on him called Jerry Levias, the Marked Man. And it's a fascinating story. Hayden Fry, who of course went on to coach at Iowa, took the job at SMU in 1962. One of the conditions that he said when he took the job was, I want to be able to recruit African-American athletes to SMU. At the time, the Southwest Conference wasn't doing that. Levias was the first athlete that Hayden Fry recruited to SMU. So there's the perfect combination that he needed. And Levias was a target, as you might imagine, of an awful lot of heat and racism and horrible things that happened to him, including having his eye jabbed and 3 bones broken under his eye during a game one time. But he was, Matt, he was some kind of player, as you know, Jerry Levias, and so every year someone else is chosen to wear his number in honor of him.
First saw Jerry Levias in the Big 33 game, Pennsylvania versus Texas. Jerry Levias put on a show. I mean, it was ridiculous. Smartly, Pennsylvania canceled that series.
2nd and 10 at the 41. Patterson with time. Patterson looking deep. He's got Peoples-Jones for the 3rd time today.
There are some unhappy defenders back there because they just blew coverage. Richard Moore just had a couple of not so nice things to say to his secondary. Keep in mind, McQueen's in there. There's guys who are not normally in there.
Nordin's extra point is good. 35-13, Michigan with the lead, and Donovan Peoples-Jones with the hat trick. 3 touchdowns on the day.
Yeah, he got on top of the coverage. but there should have been some coverage there. Looked like it was. He didn't get any depth. That's what happened. Yeah, I want you to watch number 14 after this. To 6, he's going to turn around. Yeah, watch it. Oh, Peoples-Jones gets on top of that. He needed to sink. He needed to get depth. Didn't happen. That made for a happy quarterback.
First time a Michigan receiver has 3 touchdown catches in a game since J.U. Chesson did it at Indiana in 2015. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 3 today, 4 on the year. Big smiles between quarterback and receiver. And a big day for Shea Patterson.
Big frowns between defenders.
Crochet. And stopped at the 20-yard line. Let's take a look at today's Making the Right Play, presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. And Shea Patterson making some right plays today as he finds Donovan Peoples-Jones.
He's finding his groove, Kev. He's finding and getting a feel for this offense.
And he appears to have struck up a nice little relationship with Donovan Peoples-Jones. Back in again is William Brown. We have not seen starting quarterback Ben Hicks since the half ended on a pick 6. Floating it down the sideline, looking for West and a flag. Tough cover for Josh Ross out of the backfield. Grabbed hold of Braden West.
We have 2 fouls on the play. We have a sideline warning, Michigan. Pass interference, defense, 15 yards, automatic first down.
Been a rough day in the penalty department for Jim
Fouls on
Harbaugh's
number 24.
crew.
24.
You heard him call it on Lavert Hill. That is not who got flagged there. Lavert Hill was nowhere near that play. From the 35 on first down, West close to another first down. Stopped just shy of the 45 by Devin Bush. 9-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 1.
Kevin, this SMU offense looks, in the second half, they look pretty good. They're moving the ball consistently. Quarterback Brown's done a really nice job with some pinpoint throws. Then they run the ball relatively well.
On 2nd down, a first down run. As West makes it out of bounds, and there's a flag. Maybe coming back, looked like a hold behind the play.
During the run, holding. Offense, number 14. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot remains. 2nd down.
Ryan Becker called for the hold, the tight end.
Yeah, and you see it right over here.
It's like he had Rashawn Gary, who reacted aggressively to get the flag thrown. Not much up the middle for West. Noah Furbush in there on the stop.
Noah Furbush wants to be a pilot, wants to fly. He's a brainiac. I don't know what the heck he's doing in football. He's a really good player.
Going to be flying planes when he's done here. He's already got his pilot's license. As we've reached the end of the third quarter here at the Big House.
The third quarter.
Gentry and the Michigan offense starting to get it rolling, thanks to 3 touchdowns from Peoples-Jones.
Hiring was always a huge challenge. Endless hours on job sites with not a lot to show for it. Then I found ZipRecruiter. They figured out hiring. I post my job, they put it all over the web, and they send me the right people because their technology is smart. ZipRecruiter often sends me the right person in 20.
Start of the fourth quarter, the mood a little lighter in Ann Arbor than it was, say, late in the second quarter when this game was very tight. SMU on third down, good throw to Prochet, and Prochet right to the marker at the 45-yard line. Should be a first down. Prochet limping a little bit as he gets up.
Yeah, this kid's good. Yeah, this kid throws the ball really well. I mean, he throws some darts out there, and he flicks it. His release is really, really nice. Quick.
And they may look at this spot.
The ruling on the field of a first down is under further review.
So they're going to check the spot on the completion to Prochet.
See Prochet down right at the bottom of the M. Yeah, it didn't look like he got anywhere near that first down marker.
No, he needed the full 45. They gave him the 45.
Well, he would have advanced it. That would have been right there. Would have been as close as he would have gotten. From there, he's backwards.
I think you're spotting that at the 44, man. I think it's fourth down. So as of now, the ruling on the field is first down at the 45. But referee Larry Smith has had a look at this one.
After further review, it's been determined the runner did not make the line to gain. It'll be 4th and 1 at the 44-yard line. The clock will start on my ready for play.
So 4th and 1. If you're Sonny Dykes, you're down 35-13 at Michigan. Early fourth quarter. Offense staying on the field. Prochet in motion on fourth down. The toss. Plenty of running room. Xavier Jones out at the Michigan 40, a first down.
Nice play call.
16-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, nice play call. So you get everybody, watch how everybody flows. And he's able to take it back to the backside. Nice pickup, nice call.
Throwing to his quarterback, Brown, and Brown with the grab at the 25 and a first down. Kennel on the coverage. SMU pulling out some tricks as Tyler Page hits William Brown for a first.
And because he's not under center, he's eligible.
from the 26-yard line on first down. Oh, he slipped as he made his cut. Had a little more room to the left, but Jones will take 2 as he goes down at the 24. Second and 8. Brown with time, looking for the end zone, and Prochet, he's got it, touchdown.
That kid's good. That's a great throw, but that Prochet has put on a show up here in the big house.
During the play, holding, offense, number 14. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, remains second down.
Second time today that Ryan Becker has been called for the hold, but let's watch this one more time. What a throw and a catch.
Nice throw by Brown, but watch Prochet. Prochet that's just really good. This kid showed a lot here today.
But back it up, now second and 18. Quick toss to Jones. Jones trying to turn the corner, and he's down at the 31. Just a 3-yard gain. Devin Bush on the stop.
Devin Bush got on his horse. He can run. Devin Bush can really run. You're going to try to get the edge on him. That's not going to happen. He's bigger this year. He plays with just the same amount of speed. Knows his defense inside and out. He controls the thing. He's a good linebacker.
Brown under heat, he's going to run. A lot of room. Brown's got the first down and more, and inside the 10, it's first and goal.
Kept the ball. Caught him in man. They're in man coverage. The route took him to the middle of the field, and he sees it, and it's like there's nobody there. Well done.
Second time today that Brandon Watson's been down. Quick step aside here in Ann Arbor. Watson limping his way up the tunnel for Michigan. Second time today Watson's gone off. Jim Harbaugh watching his defense here have a little trouble with this SMU offense and quarterback William Brown.
And Prochet. They have not had an answer for Prochet.
First and goal at the 7. Swing pass to West. West met and driven back by Devin Bush.
Yeah, Devin Bush right from the start. So that was this guy. Looked like they're in man. And so as soon as he starts to see him swing, he just gets on his horse. Like I said before, he can really run. Really well done. Inside out play.
Devin Bush making a fine play. And now second and goal at the 8. Brown, pressure up the middle, throws, almost intercepted by Metellus.
Metellus had excellent coverage. Excellent coverage right there.
Tried to fit it into Prochet, and Metellus right there.
Yeah, but right off the line of scrimmage, Metellus got his hands on Prochet and did not allow him to get any separation. Really well done.
Third and goal at the 8. Jim Harbaugh running down the sideline, wanted a timeout.
Yeah, the coverage was messed up.
Timeout, Michigan.
We'll step aside as well.
Charge.
11-16 to play with Michigan up 35-13. Football on BTN is brought to you in part by State Farm, here to help life go right. Alongside Matt Millen with Rick Pizzo on the sidelines, I'm Kevin Kugler. Jim Harbaugh's squad looking for a stop on 3rd and goal at the 8-yard line, leading 35-13. Pocket collapsing. Brown gets away. Trying to get to the edge. Brown diving, and he's out at the 2. Bush caught up with him. Metellus closed the door, and it's 4th and goal.
This kid's the real deal, Kev. I mean, this is a small snapshot, but this kid can play. He's got feet to be able to run. He sees the field well. The ball comes out well. It's impressive. Nicely done by Devin Bush, boy. Devin Bush.
Rashawn Gary down for Michigan.
Looks like cramping.
And we've seen a lot of guys cramping up on this warm
it's really,
day.
really humid, dude, also.
Rashawn Gary. We were talking with Ed Warner yesterday, the offensive line coach for Michigan, and you asked him about his group working against Rashawn Gary, and I thought his quote was perfect. He said, I'll tell you, Rashawn Gary practices like every play is the last he will ever practice.
Yep.
And you know coaches, you've been around them your whole life. When a coach talks lovingly about how you practice, that's usually a really big thing for a coach.
Well, and that was a change for him. It wasn't always that way. But at one point in his career, he said, look, this is not the way it's going to be. And so he made a switch mentally, and it has translated over into the rest of that defense because it permeates the whole group.
And you saw him go down right at the goal line on that shot on the right side. That's a moment ago when he was walking back and just couldn't get there. And now Rashawn Gary will head to the sideline on 4th and goal at the 2. Kamen Freeman is the running back. Brown on the roll, throws for Prochet, touchdown.
Nice pick. SMU touchdown. They started Prochet on the outside. He motioned back inside. That meant the other receiver was on the outside. Then he uses him as a shield and comes right behind him. Offense calls it a rub, defense calls it a pick. See how he does this? Yeah, that's well done. Actually, that's pretty darn good coverage right there. That is hard to do. But Prochet's had himself a phenomenal game here today.
Second touchdown catch for Prochet. Here's Robledo on after Will Moore missed an extra point earlier, and Robledo's extra point is good to bring SMU back within 2 scores, 35-20. Mustangs hanging around on the road. Tough place to play, but Prochet with 2 scores.
Check out Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's for great deals, like men's Bear Creek flannel shirts for under $20, Lacrosse men's Alpha Light waterproof boots for under $80, and the new Cabela's Deluxe Grinder for under $100.
Here's your Buick, sir. Actually, that's my Buick.
Your Buick doesn't have a roof rack. This is my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Score big with a new Buick. Current lessees get this low mileage lease for around $199 per month. Or 18% below MSRP on most Encore models when you finance through GM Financial.
I am the DQ $4 burger in Blizzard. I'm a mini Blizzard and a burger for just $4. Holy cheeseburgers, it comes with a Blizzard, is what people will say. Because I'm not fast food. I am fan food.
I feel like we're forgetting something.
Let me check.
Xfinity Home connects you to total home security from anywhere, and it protects you with our 24/7 professional monitoring.
No, I think we're good.
Good.
So you never have to worry when you're away.
The tent. We forgot the tent.
Well, almost never. Xfinity Home. Simple, easy, awesome.
Hey, look, I found the tent.
Call, go online, or demo in an Xfinity store today.
Football season is here at Wally Edgar Chevrolet in Lake Orion.
And we'll beat any competitor's price. Just listen to these deals.
During the fall clearance event, lease a Silverado 4x4 for $129 a month.
Nicely equipped Equinox, $99 a month.
Chevy Trax, $79 a month.
Even a Cruise LT, $89 a month.
With deals like that,
you'll be a winner at Wally Edgar Chevrolet in Lake Orion.
See y'all soon.
10:43 to play in the fourth. Michigan 35, SMU 20 here in Ann Arbor. Rashawn Gary looking like he's feeling a little bit better. Cooling off after walking off with what appeared to be cramps. James Prochet certainly not struggling today. Prochet on the day, 10 catches, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns, Matt.
Well, did I mention that William Brown's pretty good?
He's done a nice job. We've seen him exclusively at quarterback in the second half. Robledo's kickoff through the end zone for the touchback and out to the 25 for Michigan. Coming up, it's Mike Hall and the gang with our State Farm post-game report.
I like the way they designed that touchdown. They saw the man coverage, and they knew it was going to go to Prochet. So as soon as they motioned him inside, that gave him the edge because the corner has to avoid the other receiver. It has to get high over the top, and that allows Prochet to get in.
See if Michigan can continue their success. Last 4 possessions since the second quarter, all have resulted in touchdowns for Michigan, but a flag and an early start.
False start. Offense, number 83. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Zach Gentry with the false start. This is just the 3rd possession of the second half for Michigan. SMU has held the ball for over 14 minutes in the second half.
Well, Gentry had a big first half. They went to him early down the seams. Let's see if they don't go back to that.
11th penalty against Michigan. That false start on Gentry. 1st and 15 back at the 20. Evans with a big hole, and Evans into the secondary. Evans caught from behind at the SMU 45. Rodney Clemens caught up with him, but Evans bursts 35 yards and a first down.
Looks like he's cramping also. He's coming up. Yeah, he got a little hitch in his get along because it looks like if he would break out to the opposite side instead of going. Yeah, you see how he pulled up right there?
Grabbed his hammy.
Yep.
Longest run of the year, but he sits down. Again, no Karan Higdon. We haven't seen him at all today. So True Wilson back in at running back. And Wilson with the carry. With a blocker in front and Ruiz, and Wilson fighting his way for the first down. Look at Ruiz out there. Throwing a little muscle around.
That was good patience by True Wilson. Allow Ruiz to get in position to help him. Ruiz is his first year starting. It's only his 3rd start. He'll get better as things go on. That center has to see everything, and he's the information center of the offensive line.
First and 10 at the 33. Wilson down at the 30-yard line. Dimrick Gary up there to make the stop. Collins in motion on 2nd down. Wilson with the carry again up the middle, and Wilson got turned around by Kyron Mitchell. I know you've liked what you've seen out of that senior linebacker.
Yeah, I think Mitchell's played pretty well. He's been played pretty physical. Every time he's had an opportunity to get a lick on the ball carry, he's done it.
Kevin Kane, defensive coordinator for SMU, said He's a guy who will look sideways at you. He's a fighter. He said, but if we're going to go down, we're going to go down fighting with that guy.
I'm all for those guys.
3rd and 4 at the 27. Here's Gentry, and he dropped it. A career-high 95 yards receiving today, but Christian Davis got over there and made sure he didn't catch it on the bounce.
Well, he would have been short of the 100, and he would have been short of the first down. But it would be nice to have another catch. 45-yard field goal here.
Quinn Nordine did a 55-yarder a year ago. Last year against Air Force, his longest field goal in the Big House was 49. This from 45. Plenty of height on that one, and it's good. So Quinn Nordine bangs home the 45-yard field goal, and Michigan extends the lead to 18.
For those who are driven by purpose, who are building others instead of just wealth, giving back and never giving up, TIAA will help you live your definition of success. Whether you have $500 or $5 million. Investing, advice, banking, retirement. TIAA. Start today at TIAA.org.
On a very special Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Hey, Sport. You know how we're a college football family. We like to drink Dr. Pepper and watch games.
Yeah. We found this under your mattress.
Soccer.
Everyone was really into it this summer.
It's a gateway sport, you know? First you're watching soccer, next thing you know, you're gonna watch lacrosse.
Look, it's perfectly natural to experiment with other sports at your age.
Easy, Mom.
I even drank other sodas.
What?
There's other sodas?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
The Dickies Flex Series is built for performance with superior comfort and advanced mobility, all backed by the unconditional satisfaction guarantee.
Mike Hall here in our BTN studios. We'll get you back out to the game in just a sec, but want to remind you we got a lot still to come here on BTN, including when the game comes to a conclusion, we will be here. Howard and Jerry join me for the State Farm post-game show. Highlights and reaction from every game that kicked off around 2:30 Central Time. We'll look ahead to the primetime triple header, including Mizzou, Purdue, an SEC Big Ten battle, and we'll get you ready for a top 15 matchup with OSU and TCU. That's coming up when the game's done.
8 minutes, 3 seconds remaining, fourth quarter. Michigan 38, SMU 20. Kevin Kugler, Matt Millen, Rick Pizzo, our BTN crew on hand here at the Big House. This game has not exactly gone the way Michigan fans thought it would today. They're in control of the game, Matt, and they really have been since the end of the first half when they had a 73-yard interception return for a touchdown, but it just doesn't ever feel easy today for Michigan.
There's some holes in the armor.
Short kickoff from the 15-yard line, and just going out of bounds is West. And out comes William Brown again to work at quarterback. Again, Ben Hicks started the game. Hicks was doing pretty well and then threw the pick six at the end of the first half on the way in for a potential field goal try, down 14-7. Threw the pick six as time expired. Metellus took it back 73 yards for a score, and we haven't seen Ben Hicks on the field since.
Well, what happens, Brown helps your offensive line. His ability to move helps, and his ability to take off and run helps your running game as well.
We want to welcome those of you joining us who were watching Minnesota and Miami, Ohio. Minnesota getting the win in that one. Michigan Stadium is where we are in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Kevin Kugler alongside Matt Millen with Rick Pizzo on the sidelines. Dean Blandino, our rules guru today. Michigan with a 38-20 lead, 7:40 remaining in this ball game here in Ann Arbor.
They have not looked anywhere near dominating. This SMU team has not given up. This quarterback is just a freshman. He's played pretty darn well.
Oh, Monet waiting for Braden West, and Monet tossing him aside like a sack of potatoes.
Bonet, prior to getting a shape, would be very familiar with the sack of potatoes.
Third down and 11 at the 19. Brown under pressure from Gary, sets up the screen to West. And West is chased down by Chase Winovich.
Winovich recognized it in the middle of the screen, put the brakes on and turned, and man, did he just ran him down from behind. Watch, he's got to realize it right there. See, he stops. Now just nice angle. Get to the top end of that angle, he was able to run him down. Well done. It's a good football play right there.
He's had a really good game. 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Many more disruptive plays that aren't going to show up statistically. Peoples-Jones, who's had 3 touchdown catches today. I'll watch this punt go out of bounds. And Michigan will get the football back. Late in the first half, we saw this happen. Josh Metellus with the bad and then the really good. The pass interference gives SMU life. Down 14-7. Time winding down in the first half. And then Metellus with the good. The interception. And time has hit zeros on the clock right now, but Metellus didn't stop. The quarterback gets bowled over. Metellus makes 2 terrific moves. And a pick 6 turns a 14-7 Michigan lead into a 21-7 lead at halftime and turned the entire tenor of this game around.
That cheering you heard in the background was the final score posted with Wisconsin's loss to BYU. This Michigan crowd was pretty happy about it.
They will see Wisconsin here on October 13th. Peoples-Jones trying to get to the edge, and he does, and Jones out of bounds at the 39. Sutton chasing him out. Well, conference play beginning next week for Michigan. They've got a reeling team coming in next week in Nebraska, who was upset at home by Troy today. The Huskers are 0-2. Then they're at Northwestern. Maryland upset today by previously winless Temple. Wisconsin upset by BYU. Then the battle at Michigan State. Then the November schedule. It's a November to remember, bookended by Penn State and Ohio State. Second and 3. Nowhere to go for Wilson.
Actually kind of lost a yard.
One thing with the game remaining as close as it's been, Matt, is that Jim Harbaugh hasn't been able to rotate much through his offensive line. We've seen the starting 5 out there almost the entire day. We expected to see more of James Hudson and Jalen Mayfield, the 2 freshman tackles, but Michigan's not been able to pull away at all.
No, they haven't. Actually, this offensive line hasn't. They've played pretty well. It's just they've been getting a lot of movement against them and extra numbers, so they'd have an extra guy in the run game.
On 3rd and 4, Patterson with pressure.
Nothing outside.
Patterson going to try to run for it. He's got the first down and more, and Patterson down at the SMU 45.
Good decision. Good decision. He saw it was cleared. He saw the coverage. Just take the green. Take all the green you can get. He makes that decision right here. Michigan today is right at 400 yards of total offense. They've run for almost 160 yards here so far.
SMU at 283 yards of total offense on the day against that Michigan defense. 1st and 10 at the Mustangs 44. Wilson with the carry again. And Wilson to the edge. You hear the true chant as the former walk-on makes his way to the outside.
I like the way he finished that run. Lowered his shoulder and ran through the defender. That was nice.
It was fun to watch Jim Harbaugh yesterday get excited about some of these guys. We were asking him about True Wilson. He said, well, here's the deal. He starts to get all demonstrative. He says he was cutting too early. He'd run dead into guys. He gives a big smack with his fist to his hand. He says he had to learn where that soft shoulder was. Just find the soft shoulder. Once he started to do that, the success has started to come. flag is down.
Illegal substitution. 12 on the defense in formation. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So 2nd and 2 becomes 1st and 10. Incidentally, the story of True Wilson, Matt, is just, it's something. His dad, a Marine, and his dad told his kids, I'm going to pay for 2 years of college for you.
And then you're on your own.
Then you're on your own. Jim Harbaugh says, it's amazing. The motivation you have to get a scholarship goes up considerably. And True Wilson was able to work his way into a scholarship situation as Omari Samuels with the carry, his first of the day, down near the 26-yard line. True had a job. He was working, trying to help pay his own way at Michigan. But the scholarship came this year, and the former walk-on, now a scholarship running back for the Michigan Wolverines. Second down and 6. Samuels with a hole. Samuels into the secondary. And Omari Samuels sets up Michigan 1st and goal. Good block from Zach Gentry to spring him. 18 yards on the run for Samuels.
So they blitzed the inside. He was able to get up on the top end of it. And once you get to that second level, those guys are missing because they blitzed.
Six-play, 59-yard drive so far. First and goal at the 9. Patterson keeps. And Patterson slides. No gain on the play. Clemens there to cover him up.
You know, Kev, I understand that Sonny Dykes not going to like any kind of moral victories, but he brought this team up here, and there were a lot of people expecting this to just be a complete blowout. I think he's got this team. This team has gotten better from week 2 to week 3. And I think they found a young quarterback that's going to really win a lot of football games.
Second and goal at the 9. They fake the give to Collins, up the middle to Wilson. Breaks the tackle. Wilson in for the touchdown. And the cherry on top for Michigan.
Good tough runner by True Wilson. He shook that hit off on about the 3-yard line and finished the run.
Nordin's extra point, up and good. And it's 45-20 Michigan, about to go to 2-1 on the year. SMU will fall to 0-3.
Just good physical running. He takes the hole. Onwenu gives him a nice run right there. He took the hit, and I love the way he finishes this run.
Broke right through the tackle of Trevor Denbo and fought his way in for 6. What do you take from this game, Matt, if you're Michigan right now? They've scored on their last 6 possessions, so the offense has been efficient.
Well, they got better as this game went on, but they still need to, you know, we had Ohio State last week. Ohio State was a machine. We had Penn State the week before that. Penn State was in a dogfight with App State and found a way to win and put a lot of points on the board. So this offense has to continue to improve. But defensively, this is a really good defensive team.
Jake Moody with the kickoff. And West will watch it sail through the end zone for the touchback. Time for today's Duluth Trading hardest working player. And how do you not pick a guy who has 3 touchdown catches on the day? Donovan Peoples-Jones First Michigan player with 3 receiving touchdowns since J.U. Chesson back in November of 15 in Indiana. 3 of his 4 catches found the end zone. Not a bad average either, Matt.
Yeah.
22.5 per play.
Big day for Donovan Peoples-Jones, and he was able to get on top of coverage and made big plays all day long.
Brown on first down, looking for Prochet again. 4 Wolverines in the area. Kennel the closest to that ball as it sailed over the head of Prochet. If you're SMU, you're dropping to 0-3. You've got a tough matchup with Navy next up.
Oh, Navy's tough to prepare for with that triple option. You don't see it very often.
A couple of weeks away, they'll head down to the Central Florida Knights, who are still unbeaten all of last year and this year. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Brown steps up, flips it to Prochet at midfield. Prochet able to break free, and Prochet gets 10 more yards after the initial contact down to the Michigan 40. What a day Prochet has had.
He's had a great day, but this Brown is just, this kid's the real deal, Kevin. I mean, it's not a big body of work, I understand, but he flicks the ball with ease.
Fumbled snap, picks it up and throws, and it's incomplete. Even with all that, he almost found Braden West for a completion. Prochet, 11 catches, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brown, 11 of 17 for 82 yards and 2 scores. Going to be interesting to see this SMU team moving forward with Brown at quarterback.
Absolutely.
Michigan, though, going to get the win here at home. Nebraska in next week for an early kickoff. Another bobble. And Brown going to throw this one away.
Smartly.
But there's intentional grounding. Wasn't out of the tackle box. Aiden Hutchison with the pressure.
Personal foul. Defense, number 97. Roughing the passer by lifting him and throwing it to the ground. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Wow, not intentional grounding. Instead, the foul on Aiden Hutchison. So down at the 24, and another Michigan player down on the turf. Looks like cramping again. David Long trying to stretch out that leg. 12 penalties for Michigan. That will raise the ire of Jim Harbaugh for sure.
Oh, yeah.
132 yards of penalties against the Wolverines today. Movement up front, free play for SMU. Brown got popped as he threw it for the end zone. It's incomplete. Oh, Brown is hurt. Quiddy Pay with the pressure, the helmet popping off of William Brown. It's offsides against Michigan. Donovan Jeter jumping early.
Offside. Defense, number 95. 5-yard penalty, remains first down. Number 9 needs to leave for 1 play from the offense.
As the helmet came off, so here comes Ben Hicks. Ooh. What a hit. Perfectly legal, even with the helmet flying off.
Popped right up, tough kid.
So Hicks back out there for the first time since the pick 6. First and 5 of the 19. Hicks to the air, looking for Prochet, and it's incomplete.
Adam, too. Prochet beat the coverage.
Jalen Kelly Powell out there on the coverage.
Yeah, he got on top of it. He was looking for some safety help, but Prochet was open.
Hicks going to stay out there at quarterback for the final 16 seconds. Pressure coming. Hicks got rid of it, looking for the end zone, and Judah Bell. Coverage from Josh Metellus. And it's third down.
A little bit of pressure up front there, but good coverage by Metellus. That had to be a better throw.
Ten seconds to go in this one.
Prochet's in the slot down the bottom of your screen.
Hicks rolling the other way, and it's batted by Furbush and incomplete. 5 seconds to play, and Hicks and SMU facing a fourth down. Should be the final play of this one, barring a penalty. Fourth down at 5 of the 19. Hicks with time, looking for Prochet. The pass is incomplete. No flags. Game over. Michigan wins it 45-20. The Wolverines now 2-1. SMU falls to 0-3. That's going to wrap it up from Michigan Stadium. Our final score, Michigan 45, SMU 20. Coming up, it's the State Farm post-game report as Mike Howard and Jerry will get you up to speed on a crazy Week 3 in the Big Ten. So for Matt Millen and Rick Pizzo and our entire BTN crew, I'm Kevin Kugler saying so long from the University of Michigan. Wolverines win it 45-20.
Jeff Brom and the Purdue Boilermakers are looking for their first win on the season. To get it, they'll have to take down an SEC opponent in the Mizzou Tigers. That game coming your way in about a half hour, as is a matchup for the Iowa Hawkeyes as they'll take on the Panthers of Northern Iowa. The Hawkeyes have had just an incredible defense thus far this year as they are undefeated as well. Those two games coming your way in just a second. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, Mike Hall, Jerry DiNardo, and Howard Griffith are here. Michigan gets the big win. We will talk about that plenty in just a little bit. But we want to take you straight out to Chicago. The Illini are playing in Soldier Field against South Florida. It's the final minute of the game, and they are driving to take the lead. Dave Revson and Jay Lehman have the call.
Down.
Not sure that's the ideal time to spike, but let's watch the play back. Rivers under duress. The arm strength to get it to Smalling, who goes up and gets it. For the catch. So it's 4th and 4.
Timeout. USF. Their first and second half. 30-second timeout.
So USF taking the timeout here to make sure they can get aligned on defense. All right, so what do you do here? All options on the table for the Illini.
You've got one timeout left. You've got to move the sticks. That's number one. So what's your best play to get 4 yards? Who are your best players on the field? I would say your best players are Reggie Corbin, Ricky Smalling, and Mike Epstein. So what do? You got to get into your playmakers' hands. Doesn't matter. You got run, you got pass. It's all open in the playbook right now. Critical to get the first down. Then you probably have 2 plays after the first down.
Yeah, I mean, you only have 20 seconds here, Jay. I mean, I know the first down, obviously, if you don't get it, it ends the game. But are you looking further downfield here?
Possibly, because you need a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, let's see what they do. 5 wide receivers in the game for the Illini. They need 4 to keep this game going. 25-19. Rivers. They get the first down. Trenard Davis. So they throw it short. And now they're at the 20-yard line with 15 seconds to go. And Rivers is going to spike it again. 13 seconds.
You've got 2 plays. You've also got a timeout. The full playbook's open right now. You can run something over the middle. You might have 3 plays if you do something sideline oriented quick. You can't take a sack. You just cannot take a sack in this situation.
1 timeout left. 20-yard line. Rivers is dragged down. Exactly what you said could not happen. Tyrone Barber. And so now the Illini forced to burn that last timeout. Fifth sack for South Florida today. There is Blake Barnett, our Duluth Trading hardest working player, 411 passing yards.
Quite a response in the second half by Barnett. Showed some mental toughness, able to find Solomon for those 2 touchdowns. And a credit to the Bulls, making plays in critical situations. And this is the ballgame. This is 3rd and 25. You probably got, this is your last play, most likely. You could have 1 more play after this if you get the ball out quick and out of bounds, but no timeouts remain.
A critical juncture, no doubts. And the first really huge moment in the career of M.J. Rivers, who has been impressive today. We did not expect him to be in this position this early in his career, but A.J. Bush out, and so now does Rivers have a little bit of magic in him. From the 25-yard line, 6 seconds to go in the game. Rivers gonna throw it towards the end zone. He's got Smolin, but he overthrows him. And that is the game.
End of the ball game.
So the South Florida Bulls come to Chicago, and for the 2nd straight year, they knock off the Fighting Illini. Charlie Strogg's team did not play a perfect game, but played well enough to win. An impressive second half comeback as they hand the Illini their first loss of the year.
And M.J. Rivers.
So there it is. The Fighting Illini fall to 0-4 all time when they play games at Soldier Field. Again, Mike Hall, Jerry DiNardo, and Howard Griffith here. Howard, this was a close game. You heard Dave talk about at the end. M.J. Rivers is not really supposed to be in this position. Had some pretty good numbers, 20 of 29 on the day. Just not enough. What was your big takeaway?
Well, I think this is a young team and obviously a very inexperienced quarterback, but you saw some things in him today that is great to build on as far as an offensive coordinator is concerned. He can deliver the ball. He can make plays with his legs. Sure, down the stretch, he may have made some mistakes by taking those sacks, but that's just not all on the quarterback. They have to do a better job of being able to protect him. But they got a chance to build a lot. I think they're growing momentum right now because this is going to be a good team.
Yeah, I think big-time progress is the only way you can watch this game and come to some kind of conclusion. Tough loss. South Florida has probably a deeper roster. The progress that Illinois has made over Lovey's tenure there, especially this year, I think is terrific. And I think today was evidence that they're making real progress.
And again, everyone knows how young this Illinois team is. They're flooded with freshmen and redshirt freshmen.